defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Alright, 30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab. Alright then, let's go now. It's time, it's album time. Yeah. It's time, it's time.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the LA Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. Stroud completes this out wide. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Tony.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right. 18. What's up?
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the number 1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
18. What's up? South.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers.
Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. Lambert Smith. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. You look at this Patriots defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Douglas, the man in motion. Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Stroud and company going for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Stroud looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Adafe Owe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd and 9.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd.
18, what's that?
And Stroud now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
This offense converted once already in this 1st quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Hold me troops right. Set.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second and 10.
380. Cut. 380. Cut. Go.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
380. Set.
Herbert. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know which team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On the quick, right?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go. At 18. What's up? Bucky. Hey, no more.
Here's Stroud. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
New England.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Fighting his way through contact. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll work inside here. Hampton. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Set. 380. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey.
Hampton going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Second and goal from the 1.
Set. 380. Set.
Martinez, touchdown, Chargers. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4-5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Pats at the line ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Stroud. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Patriots.
All right. 118. 19 Texans.
Stroud to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
All right.
Here goes Stroud again. That is caught. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, You have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Hey, Uno more. 19 Texas.
4th down, here's Stroud. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Sheds off the tackle. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to Hampton on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Running lanes were in a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now 2nd and 5.
Set. 180. 180. Set.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here we go.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run once more with Taylor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 41, Stroud. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, stop. Tony.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 18. Why Tony?
Stroud working out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
On the quick, right?
On third down, here's Taylor. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
But if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
2nd and 6.
Oh, man. Buggy. 18. What's that? We working.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. This is caught. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Don't worry. Swap. Love a swap.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
It's fourth down.
Go. Let's go. Hey, go lion. 21. Set.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Set.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Herbert now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, there's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Our first carry for Najee Harris.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
105 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Option right, here's Stroud.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
Stroud out of the gun here. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Back to throw. Stroud. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Charger drive about to get going. And after on a bad time late for a poor throw, it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
But the defense quick to read this. They bust in and drop him before he could take the shot downfield.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Stroud completes this out wide.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And this one is right down the middle. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
5-9.
Herbert. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Pats have just about sewn up this football game.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the quick, right?
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
And a Patriot 1st down.
Here we go. 19 Texans. 19.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
tough. Why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. To the right side, this is Taylor. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So this will wind up